Schwapping. So they're doing this weird thing on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Where they're releasing just
Bad content.
weird chunks of episodes, though. We
We
started
got
with
a 2-episode premiere, which normally makes sense.
Yeah, they've been doing that a
and
lot.
then followed by a week-to-week
Right.
release, which makes sense. Instead, we
Except-
got 2 episodes, 3 episodes, I think another 2
'Cause
episodes,
there's
and
only
then the
10,
show's over.
Right?
Yeah, I think. So we're almost done. We're halfway done with
2
the
weeks
show.
in, we're halfway through the
We
series.
still don't have
Why is
a
Disney...
big bad or a villain. Oh, I guess we kind of do.
Yeah, they're setting up a
They're
couple
setting it up.
things.
They're setting it up.
It's getting... I'll agree with you. It's a little better.
It's getting there.
But
I've
it's-
adjusted to the animation.
I hate it.
I've adjusted.
Oh,
I didn't
hate
say I
it.
like it. I said I
Okay.
adjusted.
You're coping with
I'm
it.
tolerating the
It's bad.
animation.
Oh,
It's like this weird 2D, 3D, but everything's shaded like a 2D cartoon and not actually giving anything depth. Even though it's clearly made in like 3D, so it's just like it's really weird to explain.
I can't
It's hard
find
to-
the term to
man.
describe. It feels... The word lazy keeps coming up, but I don't mean drawing. I mean the characters. The way they move, the way that their interactions on some of the things just feels so...
It's supposed to look
Weird.
like the original comic book that
And the-
featured Spider-Man,
like,
where
in
he's
the
like
old show,
sweater
too.
vest wearing.
Yeah, it's like 60s,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not.
It's like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends looks better than this. You know what I mean? Where he's got teaming up with
I
like
can't get over the
Firestar and Iceman. You know,
Now, a lot
that's
of
a better
people-
show than this. Yeah,
A lot of people did agree with us on the animation thing.
animation's hard.
It's
It's hard to watch.
it's-
It is. Yeah,
Mm.
but it's tolerable. And we're getting semi-decent plot. We're in this like weird Marvel multiverse thing where instead
Where-
of Tony Stark, he's funded by Norman Osborn, who
But
now
it's-
knows he's Spider-Man.
It's clear.
So-
why I think the animation, the more we watch this, is the way it is because...
I think they're going to do a Spider-Verse thing.
Well, I think they
they're-
absolutely scrapped original animations, which is why this was delayed as long as it was. Because this was originally supposed to be a prequel to Homecoming.
Right.
How hard would it have been to just change Osborn back to, or from Stark to Osborn, and from Stark Enterprises to Oscorp?
But he doesn't have a son. There's a whole
Yeah, but I mean,
Harry
like,
Osborn
well, there's
arc.
also a bunch of stuff that they added, which I
Yeah.
think they changed.
True.
Because it, to me, like the Sokovia Accords are in, like
We're
there's
doing
too
civil.
many
Yeah, we're like
MCU things.
we're in this other universe, but then Avengers things are happening as if our Spider-Man didn't
But
participate
it's
in them.
explicitly
like in the
not the
MCU.
MCU.
Right.
It's been like, this is not the MCU. Oh, by the way, now
Here's
mentions
Doctor
an MCU
Strange.
event.
Then
And
why
Civil
say it's
War.
not?
Because
It's
Spider-Man's
not.
not in Civil War in this show, but he is in the movies because
Right.
he's like funded
Oh,
by
okay.
Tony Stark.
But yet, the things in the movie are being directly referenced in this.
But you're
show.
right. Don't do it at all then.
Yeah.
Why do it at all? So
Yeah.
people can go, it's the Leo meme. The,
Oh, oh.
yeah. Yeah. Like, it's genuinely, it's like, oh, they said the thing.
It's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
When, like, halfway through, they're like, oh, now it doesn't count anymore.
Right. Even though
Like,
multiple characters from
what?
the MCU have shown up.
That's
in
what this
Agents of
feels
S.H.I.E.L.D..
like.
Like, you're like, well, then why did I watch all 8
Why
seasons?
exactly?
Why did you ruin it?
And
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite comic book characters.
Sure.
But are they gonna make it? How many seasons is this they gonna do? What is this?
Right.
What is this gonna connect
It's
to?
already greenlit for season 2.
Really,
We're watching it like a week behind, so we're getting all the news. You know what I mean?
Right.
And giving people a chance to actually watch it
I
before
just
we
don't
do
know
an
what the
episode. drop.
purpose of the show is. I know people will go to so merch stuff, but it's like,
You're right.
how many Spider-Man things do we have already going on?
Even narratively, we don't know the purpose of the
That's
show
what I
yet.
mean.
What is the purpose of the show if it's not a precursor to Homecoming? Because then why am I caring
am I
about
doing?
just another Spider-Man?
Right, and I
like,
used
we've
to be
done this so many
exactly.
times.
I used to be like, hey, and I would argue with you and go, they haven't screwed up yet. Give them a chance.
Right.
After Secret Invasion, I do not have faith
No.
that they know where they're going or what they're
No.
trying to do.
No.
Is it going to tie into Spider-Verse? I hope
Probably.
so.
Probably.
Because at this point, why are we
But there
doing
needs to be
it?
that announcement. Or there needs to be something.
Something.
Well, because Spider-Verse is canceled. That's a whole other video.
It's
They're
delayed,
like not
delayed,
doing it until
delayed.
2029 now. We're
Is
not
that-
going to get fucking. They're saying 27 or 29. Like
got
recording will
delayed
start in
again?
27. Yeah, because there's all the drama and shit. And the Marvel putting Spider-Man bad bad mouth name.
Dude.
They're ruining Spider-Man. Is what I'm trying to say.
get rid of Phil and Chris,
Oh,
Lord and Miller.
Chris Lord, Phil
Yeah.
Miller. I switched
Phil
it.
Lord, Chris Miller.
Phil Lord, Chris.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Getting rid of them makes no sense because
Yeah.
they're the only thing that Sony's been able to do positive on Spider-Man that's not Disney Marvel.
Well, when
So-
Marvel tries to do a Spider-Man thing and it's like worse than some of the Sony stuff that has come out, like narratively, like this isn't even fun to like crap on. I'm like, I should be entertained by this because I like Spider-Man, but something's wrong. When you're watching like Morbius, you're like, this is fucking dumb.
This sucks.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
it's
later.
bad.
And I'll attack.
Yeah, but you're like laughing and having fun. You know,
Right.
this is just like, where are we going? What's your end goal? You know, are you
And if
just
it's
trying
just
to
a
make
series,
a random Spider-Man
then
show?
say, hey, this is literally
And
going to
say
be
that.
just this forever. The promo's weird. The cross promotion with the other MCU stuff is weird. The
It's
whole thing is weird.
Why would
That's
you
all.
even do it? I mention other superheroes, fine, but don't show like a recreation of Civil War in the shitty animation. Like,
Right. Because if you're going to lean into the old school Saturday morning cartoons, drop these episodes, wait for it, Saturday mornings.
or do some fun like multiverse thing. Like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe because Spider-Man's not there, a different outcome happens.
Why
But
did you tease this in
instead,
What If?
It's instead they like rename. Yeah, no, you're right. Instead they like rename or like name drop. They're like an AI is trying to take over, and Cap and Bucky are still on the run or whatever. And it's like, so Spider-Man's not there, and it's just the same outcome. So now it lessens that. It's like, well, there was no point. Why was he even in that movie? Just to say we got Spider-Man then? If it
Yeah,
wasn't going
I know
to
what
change
you're
the
saying.
outcome at all, like. And it's
That's the
Marvel,
other
and it's
thing.
still Marvel. If
That's
this
the
was a
thing.
Sony
Yep.
thing, then it would make sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But it's
That's-
not.
That goes back to the fact that this was clearly intended to be in the MCU.
Right.
And this was supposed to
'Cause
be
it
a
was.
prequel.
It was
Because
pitched as freshman
literally-
year.
That's what it was originally going to be called, was freshman year. So you would have had freshman year into Homecoming, into Far From Home, into No Way.
Makes more
But
sense.
animation instead of live action because Tom Holland's too old to
Yeah,
play
he was
a
originally
freshman.
announced to do the voice too when they announced it. So what?
Yeah, instead we get some 30-year-old who's trying to sound like he's 15. And it doesn't really work.
And that's the thing. And I thought about this today too on the way in to the studio. The Spider-Man from the '90s, Spider-Man '97. That dude was clearly an older guy doing the voice. I'm
Yeah.
Peter, but he wasn't trying to be
No.
like this person. Clearly, like he's trying to.
They're
and
young.
you're
Yeah, they're freshmen in
like,
high
right?
school.
Like no, dude,
so
you,
they're like
you
14,
sound
15.
older than yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Narratively,
suits. Can we talk about the suits episode?
The white suit.
Well, we get a whole episode where Norman's this guy in the chair, which I think is really funny. But then they ditched that in this last episode where now it's Harry because Norman's got
He's got to train Harry.
He's got to go beat Green
Right.
Goblin. You know, I mean, like. No, it died. Yeah, we're just pulled wide on this one, I think. So yeah. But he's this guy in a chair. You know, I thought that was funny. You
Yeah.
know, instead of like a Ned, it's Norman Osborn, which is like so crazy. You
It
know?
doesn't. Yeah, but see, like you know in Norman where that's going to though.
He's going
so
to be Green
that's-
Goblin.
That's what I mean.
Or
like-
Harry's going to be Green Goblin.
Yeah.
We got a
Right.
Tombstone mention for no fucking
Like,
reason
you
in the
know,
last
that's
episode.
the whole
Yeah.
plot I hate because you know where it's going.
Yeah.
Already. They didn't give us anything new. They're like, what if we did this for 4 episodes before we reveal that actually the
Yeah.
whole time it really was
Like,
the
we're
way
getting
it
the
always
origin, like, oh, maybe we didn't want the origin. You know what I mean? If it was, like, not like this, you know?
Not like this.
There's a whole episode where Norman Osborn is trying to pick his new suit. And he's going through a bunch of different suits, which are probably from comic books, probably from not. One where he looks like Thor. One where he's
Yeah.
full, like, in black and has, like, a wingsuit. One where he's got a jetpack. And he's like, none of these are working, Mr. Osborn. You
Yeah.
know? It
Montage.
just doesn't feel right. Because, you know, it's not his classic Spider-Man suit. And then eventually he gets this, like, weird, like, instead of the red, it's white. And then, like, the spider is, like, blue. And, like, it fans out. It's pretty cool, but it doesn't work. Like, it does look dope, but not for this show. That's like a college Peter. That's like a 20-year-old Peter.
That's season 3 of this
suit.
show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they fully upgraded him right out the gate instead of just giving him pajamas, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
a suit. Like, it's this blue spider that, like, the legs, like, come and fan out and then, like, make the undertone of, like, a suit, which, like, it looks dope. If they make that a suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2 for PC, I will use it.
Is that what this
I
is?
will
This,
buy
this
it.
is like a testing for the movies and the video games.
Yeah.
Hey, what did everybody react to?
Oh, yeah, how'd they like that suit? How'd they
Go
like
ahead, throw
that
that
suit?
in.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4, dial it up.
That's why there's a whole suit. Well, people love suits.
They do.
People love costumes. You know, that's just like inherently the deal with superheroes. But I don't like when it looks like a remix of a classic thing and then don't reference it and go, I wish it had more red. I'm like, I want to murder you. Like,
Yeah.
I wish it had more red.
Hey, Chewie, did you ever tell you where I got these dice from
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon? Like, oh,
Castle
no,
Run.
No.
Let's show that.
Yeah, I know.
Solo.
Yeah,
Let's see him
you
get
know.
all his MacGuffins. That makes him Spider-Man.
But then again, and then it's like, but by the way, this is an MCU Spider-Man, so it doesn't really matter where he gets his MacGuffins because Even if this lasts for 3 seasons, this is his own independent, closed thing, and it won't matter.
We talked about this last time. It's weird that it's animated like the 60s comic book, but it's modern day things.
Yeah.
Like Civil War is still happening, and like in canon, that's 2015 when the movie came out because we still weren't fucked up on the timeline yet.
Right.
So it's like
because
it's like 20, because I guess it
would have made sense if it was what it was supposed to.
But it has to be
originally
before.
be.
But it has to be before Civil War, right? Because is
Everything
is
is
he a
screwed.
freshman in Civil War and is starting a new school year in Homecoming, or is he already a sophomore in Homecoming?
Which one happens first again? Civil War before Homecoming?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that would be probably the end of his freshman year.
So it's happening
So
too
Civil
quick.
War is happening, but just a little hair early.
Yeah.
Now.
Weird.
But that's probably from the changes that they had to make because they pivoted to change. Like, I'm actually hyped for the show that we didn't get. Because I'm like, man, getting an actual backstory
That would have been cool.
like this.
I would sacrifice that, like keep that, if it was even in this animation.
I'd have been okay.
That's
If
fine.
the story would have been good enough, I'd
Right.
have been like, give us,
But like, it's completely its own thing, you know. But they're not explicit about that, and I think that's where we're.
Right, down the
attacking
line, it
it
won't
from.
matter. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, unless you're going to go for like 5-6 seasons, do this 80 episode encompassing thing. Otherwise,
You know, Spider-Man shows don't last long though.
They
We know
don't.
this.
That's what I mean. So
they
it's gonna be
mostly
its
get
own
clipped at the
thing.
heels. Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man 97, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
don't give us MacGuffins.
The only concurrent one is the stupid one for babies.
Yeah.
Like,
where they're all like,
it's like the longest running
Yeah.
Spider-Man show.
I know.
It's a fucking baby one. Like, damn it. What would you give these? Where are we at? I think I was sitting at a 4. I think I've gone up to a 5.
5's about right.
Because we're getting good fights. Swinging looks good, even in that animation.
It's better than, it's past Creature Commandos by far now.
Yeah, at least this isn't constant. There's some drama. We're getting some drama here with like Lonnie, who's now Tombstone, which is weird because we just needed a name drop, I guess.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I don't like about this. If this show's only going to last 2 or 3 seasons and give us 20 or 30 episodes, you can't spend it dropping Easter eggs of stuff you're never going to get to, or build up things where, like the suits, like all this. We're not getting all that. We're not doing any of that.
That's why we had to burn it all in one episode.
I hate that though. It's like you're ruining it.
Yeah, if I mean, it wouldn't make sense to give him badass suit and then by the end of this season even have his classic one because it's like, well, no, the other suit. I mean, just better.
Why would he go? Yeah,
It's just, that's who you are. That's your costume. That's your Spider-Man costume now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole thing is
like they didn't even give us like a bait and switch. Like, what about this one? And it's the classic suit. And he's like, yeah, nah. You know?
Oh, he doesn't actually like the classics. Yeah, I know.
I would appreciate
Anything
that. Other than it needs more red. Fuck you. Give me the suit. I'll kill you. All right, we're done. JJ, you should watch it. You should watch it. It's not bad.
I hope this is the sacrificial thing. I hope Marvel made this going, let's lean into knowing it's going to be bad so that the other stuff is good, like Captain America and Daredevil.
Yeah, this has skyrocketed my hype for Captain America. Even the new Thunderbolts trailer from Super Bowl was like, ooh, I care about this movie now, and I really want to see this movie.
You. I think Thunderbolts is
Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
looked
we
really
are
good.
we
We're
are
back.
eating.
We're back.
We got to eat our vegetables though. We got to
Deadpool-
eat our Spider-Man vegetables.
The
we
Dead-
got a 5-course dessert
That's
with
true.
Deadpool Wolverine. We got to eat our
Deadpool
vegetables.
Wolverine
Yeah.
was the sensu bean, the last sensu bean.
That's what I'm
since we're going
saying. It
full
was like a
geek.
triple
So
layer,
this is it.
5-layer
Right.
cake. This is like,
But if they drop the
hey,
ball now, it's over.
You want cream spinach? You want some boiled carrots? It's like, no, I don't. And it's like, yeah, but I guess for my health, I probably should.
Probably should.
Because it's dessert for the next year of Marvel.
People are pretty hype on it. That's what I'm saying. Deadpool Wolverine made to where as long as Marvel doesn't screw up, as long as Feige gets back to old Feige, they're good.
But we get Captain America. We get Daredevil. We get Fantastic Four. You know, Blade was supposed to happen this year. Thunderbolts. It's like, those
I
are good
think-
titles. Those are good.
I think
We're
Daredevil
cooking.
will be amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's like 9 territory already.
That's what I'm saying. It's like dessert, candy, dessert.
Yeah. Cap
Gotta
on
eat
cap
the
on
veggies.
most words.
Lobby, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy